Hi, I'm Sandy Babb. Welcome to my studio. And I'm really excited to share with you my very first ever digital journal kit. And it is called Farm Life. This kit includes 31 high-resolution pages that are ready for immediate download. The images are 300 DPI JPEG images. They do come in 5 zip files, and they are ready to print on paper stock of your choice. You are going to get 6 lined journal pages. There are 6 accent papers, 5 photo collage sheets. There are a large envelope, a folding card sheet that has 3 cards on it. There are a total of 18 tags. Some are decorated, some are just backgrounds ready for you to cut to decorate. There are fussy cuts in here, oval journaling cards, a couple small envelopes. There are tickets. There are some trifolds. You get an alpha sheet and a banner. I think there's some tabs and titles. Well, we'll just go through it and you can see what all's in there. This is going to the little cover image that after you make your journal, if you want to put a cover on there. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about this kit. This kit was actually designed, it's really, really personal for me. I designed this to collect some family memories and some recipes and things of life and times on my grandmother's farm. These are, the times on her farm were my happiest memories that I have in my entire life. The collage page images, they are my own personal photography, and they are actual things that represent the farm life as I remember it on and around my grandmother's farm. Flowers that she grew in her yard, eggs gathered from her hens, some of the outbuildings, some of the livestock, some of the scenery up and down the dirt roads, fruits and flowers that she grew, all that kind of stuff. And so this kit is just really rich in imagery and ancestry, and I tweaked the images a little bit to give it kind of a bright, dreamy content, that just everything that embodies what happiness and the things I remember about my grandmother's farm. So this is an image that you could use on the front, and it's just simple barnwood. This is actually a photograph that I took of some barnwood and a photograph I took of some tin and melded those into just a simple cover for you to embellish. You know, you could apply this over your own cover. I'm not sure if I said or not, but this makes a 5.5 by 8.5 journal. So there's the cover sheet, the cover. You will get interior pages. Now you can print these front and back if you want to. I didn't, because I plan on backing these with a scrapbook paper on the back. I want to get some papers that remind me of things at the farm. Some red and white gingham. My grandmother had white curtains with a red and white gingham ruffle. Things like that that are personal to me. So here's one page. It's just ready to fold. It's got roosters on it. Then we've got one that have peaches and apples. And one that has farm items, an old butter churn, and a crate, and a pitchfork and a shovel. This one has vegetables, because, you know, there was always a vegetable garden at my grandmother's farm. Carrots and corn, and sunflowers. My grandmother loved sunflowers, and she always had sunflowers in her garden. And then you get one blank sheet that doesn't have anything on it, okay? Then there are accent papers. This is the tin overlaid with sunflowers. Then you have just the blank tin paper. These are 8 by 8 sheets. These are also photographs I took of an old, this was off of an old, this is my uncle Buck and Aunt Ruth's cabin, and it was all peeling before it was kind of condemned. And so this was part of my heritage here with this. This was some old tin that I photographed, just the wavy tin. This was a fabric, the black and white check. And then this again is that same barnwood that I photographed. So I thought that was fun. You will get, those are all 8x8, what did I say? Accent paper. Sorry I'm blundering here. It's getting late in the day. I guess I'm getting tired. This is a fussy cut sheet of all kinds of fun farm images that you can add to pages or tags or use however you want to. Then you have some, I'm calling these banners and tabs or whatever title page, things you could use for titles. These you could, you know, hang off the side of the page or whatever. Fussy cut them out, you know, make little titles or something like that. So there's a sheet of these. Something got on my paper there. Then you have a sheet of rustic flowers. These are tin and burlap. And you can stack these and make a cute little flower embellishment or decorate and use them in any way you want to. There's also a large envelope that is, the background is the same as the tin paper that you can fussy cut and fold, and so you get a large envelope. You get some tin butterflies, and then this large tag, and I created this tag thinking that you could fold it over here and then you fold it over again, and it kind of makes a trifold, and you know, you can do something to make it a little attachment here. So I kind of was thinking more of a trifold with this long tag, or you could keep it as a long tag, or you could cut it off and make two tags, you know, whatever you want to do with it. But in my mind I had it as a long trifold tag. Here you get a set of alpha banners, the entire alphabet, and then there's a few blank ones, so you could, you know, print out your blank ones and cut those out. You also get a title, Farm Life, in banners. You get some embellished tickets that have some of the little farm images on there. Here's another couple of tickets. These are two small burlap envelopes. And here are some little tags that have grow, a farmhouse, and gather on them. So you've got those. Then here's a sheet of just blank tags. It's using all the different elements in here. You've got the tin, the wood, the fabric, the burlap, more of the, what is that kind of tin called? It's not even coming to my brain what that is. Corrugated tin. And then more of the cabin wood. So you have this entire sheet of tags. Then these are some more tags that you can use, and this is some. These three are some of my photography. My grandmother always had mint growing around the foundation of the back of her house and her storage building, and this mint. This was a gift that I think my uncle made. I don't know if he made it or if they bought it for her, but this little windmill flower, I always remember that, and just some of the beautiful grasses and hays. And then this one's just a digi one, and then a couple of the blank checked ones. Then you get two trifolds. These are wood and tin, and you just cut them out and fold them into little trifolds. So you get two trifolds there. You get 4 oval journaling cards that are made out of the different materials. You get 4 postcards. And there's Granny's rooster. And there's her little windmill. Eggs from her garden. And this image here with the donkey, I think it is, oh, let me see if I can get it. It's so funny. This is actually a house that my husband and I looked at. It's between my grandmother and my aunt's house. It's the Old West place. And before they had renters and the thing got run down, and several years ago, we actually looked at this house. And now there is a horse and a mule out there, and they have taken up residence. And one day we were riding by on four-wheelers, and I saw this, and I stopped and took photos of it, and I just thought it was so funny that he was up on the porch out of the sun. So that was just a fun reminder of that. This photograph is actually my grandmother's shed in the backyard. There's some of the peach tree, you can see, and there's some of the mint. You can see the mint growing all along it. These are actually cards that you can fold over. There's 2 small ones and 1 large one. You can see some of her little flowers that are growing there. These are all photographs of things that I took. These are the collage sheets that you get. These are all photographs that I took of things around the farm. This is my grandfather's tractor, and then it was my uncle's, and now we actually own this tractor. This tractor is on our property. And there's my granny's rooster. And this was an old nail barrel that sat outside, and these were old potato sacks. This little barn in the background, my great-grandfather built that barn by hand. Now this is a barn, or some of the scenery down one of the back roads by my grandmother. It's an old barn that's just out in the field. These are some of my Aunt Katie's cows right here. There's that mule again from that day, and there's this horse friend that lives on that place. This was my Aunt Katie's cow, and she's standing out there behind some of my uncle's farm equipment. And this was her cow, and this was just a horse that was out in a pasture as we were driving around the area. These are all things that are some of my favorite things. In the summer, the hayfields are filled with these wild little Shasta daisies, and I love it. My granny has a green apple tree in her backyard. Hollyhocks. I always associate hollyhocks with her. And in the summer and fall, the roadsides are full of these black-eyed Susan, and they are also full of wild blackberries. And many times I can remember taking walks and picking fresh, plump, ripe blackberries and just eating them right there on the side of the road. Dust and all, didn't bother me. And Granny had a peach tree in the back. Again, you get another view of that funny little donkey and the mint. One of Granny's chicken boxes and some eggs from her chicken. This is the side of the chicken shed, and again some more of the grasses. This is my grandmother's mailbox. I have so many fun stories about going to get the mail, and I know that sounds crazy, but my granny had this little crazy dog named Mickey, and there are so many fun stories about Mickey and going to get mail. And so they lived, the new house was up on the hill, but the old house was back down below the ridge, and you had to walk quite a ways to get to the mailbox. So we had a lot of mailbox adventures. Again, more roadside flowers in the Queen Anne's lace. Granny's chicken shed when the hollyhocks were in bloom, and her windmill sunflower thing. And here's another one of the outbuildings, and poppies, just a poppy pod that I thought was really pretty. So that is the complete kit, and I'm not sure anyone but me would have an interest in this because it is so specific and it is so personal, but I really love this kit. And so I thought, since I was going to be making it up for myself, that I would go ahead and share it. So it is listed in my Etsy store, and I will leave a link down below if anyone is interested. And I'm really looking forward to starting this journal. I think it will be really, really, really fun. So just wanted to thank you for joining me